sometimes I'm just not that smart, but I desperately just wanna be where you are. And compared to a while ago, I've gotten far. So help me maintain, help me maintain. 'Cause as soon as I walk out the door, I'll need you more and more. You know what's in store. I'll need you more and more.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to church. Welcome to life. I'm glad to be in God's presence with you this morning. Yes, we are still celebrating God's mercy, God's grace over the King's Assembly for the past 20 years. Yes, so we'll keep glorifying God on that and over our life. All right, so today I want to ask a question. Okay, how true is this statement? Forgive and forget. Is it really true? Forgive and forget. What do you think about that statement? All right. So, looking at that statement, as natural human beings, people will say that, oh, you can't forgive and forget. You can forgive or you can't forget. That's what natural human beings will say. But we're going to be looking at God from God's point of view. When God forgives, does He forget? The Bible made us understand that God forgives us and He gives us what? A clean slate. Wow. So He forgives us and gives us another opportunity to live right. He forgives us and puts us to be in right standing with God. And you begin to wonder, who are we supposed to learn from? Is it not God? All right. So we're going to be learning from God this morning. So it's going to be taking us, we're going to be taking it further than home this morning. So how would we're going to be looking at a beautiful thing today, and it's titled Beyond Measure. Yes, beyond measure. Okay, so we're bringing it back a bit home. So how do we relate to our siblings? How do we relate to our friends? How do we relate to our parents and people in our sphere of influence? Okay, do we relate to them like natural human beings, or do we relate to them like, or how God is teaching us to relate with them? All right, so we're looking at beyond measure. Okay, so looking at mercy and grace, we're going to be looking at grace in friendship. Grace in friendship. Amongst your siblings, amongst your friends, how do you treat them? Okay, so because we've been learning about mercy, we've been learning about grace. So, getting it down to our daily living, how do we respond to people around us? Okay, so grace involves showing kindness, okay, understanding, patience, even when a friend is not, deserving of it. When a friend doesn't seem qualified for you to show kindness to this friend has not been there. This friend has not been meeting, living up to expectation. But somehow, that kindness, that patience, that understanding, you're still relating to that person in that manner. Okay, so that is grace in friendship. So we're looking at what God actually expects us to do, to people around us. Yes. Now, so grace in friendship, number one, we're looking at overlooking mistakes. Hmm. It doesn't sound easy, right? But is it possible? Yes, with the Spirit of God, all things are possible. With the Spirit of God, we can actually overlook mistakes. So, how do we do that? So, friends, okay, inevitably make mistakes. They have a way of, putting us off at times, okay, even as siblings, yes. But there's something grace does. Grace allows us to forgive, yes, without holding grudge, okay, or it helps us to um forgive and not consistently make our friend feel guilty or whatever they have what done. So we overlook the mistake by forgiving and not holding grudges and not also making them what feel guilty. So another way that we show grace in friendship is what supporting during hard times. Sometimes you may be very good, very close to a friend. They've been there. You guys have, done things through thick and thin. You've had life together. But all of a sudden, the energy is no more on the same level. It's as if one person is, you know, not really there any longer because probably he or she is passing through a situation in life or the other, maybe lost a loved one or having some mental issues or having some schoolwork issues. Life could just happen. And somehow you're like, oh, this my friend is not living up to expectation and you just move on. Oh no, what's happening here now is paying attention to your friend. So they are not living up to their expectation as your friend, but you are there for them in hard times. Okay, so how can you be there for them in hard times? So what happens is that mercy allows you, it allows you to release the resentment, like whatever energy that you feel that, oh, this person is not meeting up standard or is not meeting up to the friendship you have. Instead of you moving on, you are patient. You want to know what's the problem, how can I come in, okay. So it has a way of helping you, to be patient with them till they come around, or deal with whatever it is that they are passing through, or also help them in dealing with whatever it is that they're passing through, so you don't end up growing resentment for them, or it- having the relationship poisoned, by attitudes that shouldn't be found in that relationship. Okay, so it may just be a time for that person. So mercy helps you to be patient, to be understanding, okay, and to offer a helping hand in whatever situation your friend is passing through. Okay, another thing that mercy does is that it helps us to understand human imperfection. Okay, we know that nobody is perfect. So in friendship, because we are not perfect, we need to give people room to make mistakes. Yes. So what grace and mercy does is that it helps you to be merciful. Okay, it helps us to acknowledge the flaws of our friends without judging them harshly. Okay, so it helps us to also be patient with them, to grow with them. Yes, that's what um, grace in friendship does when it comes to understanding human imperfection. Okay, so we are going to be looking at some truths and lessons. One, mercy forgives where there is wrongdoing. If someone hurts you, mercy helps you to what? Forgive. Another thing mercy does is that it helps us to understand one's shortcoming. Like someone offends you, you don't judge them. It has a way of making you see from their point of view. And by the time you see from their point of view, it gives you the heart to show them mercy. Yes. So another thing mercy does is that mercy helps us not to bear grudges for our friends and family also. It helps us not to bear grudges. Mercy averts punishment. Oh wow. He has a way of making us not wanting to retaliate, okay, when someone has hurt us. Yes, he helps us to let go. Then grace. Grace is undeserving, unmerited what? Favor. Okay. So grace is what? Encouraging. He has a way of encouraging us. He has a way of um offering support to one another. Yes. Okay. He respects personal space. Because I've shown my friend grace, I give him or her, room to grow with me. Okay. So that is it. Favor, grace also attracts what? Favor. It causes you to show favor to your friends, to your loved ones, and to your world, the world around us. All right. So our memory verse is taking from 2 Corinthians 2, verse 9, and it says, "But as it is written, eye had not seen, nor ear heard, nor have it entered into the heart of man, the things which God has prepared for those who love them." Wow, wow, that's a memory verse. Okay, so as I conclude, I want to remind us that when mercy and grace are together in any relationship, all right, any relationship, just know that that relationship is safe. Okay, it has a way of creating a safe space in what? Relationships. Okay, so when both mercy and grace are present, friends and siblings are more likely to feel safe, valued, and understood. So I want to encourage us as we wrap up this morning that in your relationship, in your day-to-day living, let the mercy and grace that God has showed you be shown to people around you, through you. Yes, God has showered us with so much mercy and so much grace, and He wants us to be an extension of Himself to the people around us. So the closest people around us, our siblings, our friends, should be the first partakers, then the world at large. All right. So thank you for joining in today's service. I hope you've been blessed. I've been blessed. Okay. Have a lovely time and see you next time. Bye.